Good evening, fellowship members. I hope you have all had an awesome semester up to this point. I just want to let you all know that I'm very humbled and extremely proud to be running for the position of academic coordinator for the E-Board. I've noticed that engineers have a very hard life. I've noticed it from previous experiences. I've had to write lab reports overnight. I'm doing many all-nighters. I'll tell you what, it's not fun to do things alone whatsoever. It never is. And the job of an academic coordinator is to ensure that people can do things together as a community and for the betterment of our learning community. The job of an academic coordinator is never to promote their own selfish ego. It's always to ensure that everyone around them can get the resources that they need at any given time. I like to give you a story. My friend Andrew, he's had many experiences. He's told me all of his hilarious stories. For example, in EC 175, he and his friend Anthony did this project for weeks and weeks, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with their code until they met their friend Frankie at a Jack in the Box. I don't know how that happened, but what's important is that Frankie was able to help them solve their problem with their code. And once they were able to debug their code, it just worked perfectly, like that, like if it was a genie in the bottle. The important thing to remember is that you're never alone. People are social creatures. They can't function by themselves for a very long time. An astronaut can only last in space for a month and a half, for a year and a half at most. Things like this are very important to remember when it comes to running a community like SHPE. SHPE is not a place, it's not a thing, it's not a person. It is a community of engineers that have many different unique talents. And what's important to realize is that these talents, they take time to develop, and I believe as an academic coordinator, I can host study review sessions, develop connections with you guys, try to make your lives just a little bit easier for any of your future jobs, for any future financial aid opportunities, above and beyond. Thank you.
Questions?
Yes.
How do you plan to support your other e-board members in this role?
I plan to foster a great deal of communication so that everything runs smoothly. We can do things via Discord like we've always done. We have the studying voice channel. We got many resources to our benefit. It just depends on which one everyone feels comfortable with. Yeah. Andrew?
Yeah, is there anything you would change to create study sessions right now? It's like, would you try to more formalize it, or what's your vision for a future study session?
For a future study session, I try to personalize it more towards the student's needs. I wouldn't try to make it just so that anyone could join at any given time. I try to personalize it to each student's needs, just so that that student can feel as if they're getting the really good help that they seek, essentially. And to be more specific, I would host like review sessions on Zoom, or just try to go over the textbook and do any practice problems with them, essentially. But don't come to. But okay, one important thing: don't come to me for circuit problems. I'll do my best, but no guarantees.